Wrong overlay. Oh no. There's the right one. Where is Sparkles and his camera? That is mysterious circumstances are happening. Where are they? Let's try to fix this real fast before we actually get proper started. There we go. Hi everybody, welcome to another stream. Today we're going to keep working on this project that I started on my ZBrush live stream on their channel. We are doing the Draugr, a Icelandic folklore creature that is basically the spirit of a drowned man, I think. Something like that. It's very creepy. So I have taken inspiration from common Draugr imagery, like this, okay, and the blobfish, like this. And together, we're going to mix them together some more. I'm going to start by zero meshing this and kind of detailing it out. Hopefully, we'll have time during the stream to render the project. And we will either be doing sorry guys, spaced out. We will either be doing a render in ZBrush to Photoshop or Unreal. I'm open to Unreal. It's something a little different, you know? So let me change positions here. Oh, sorry, Sparkles. Oh lord. Sorry, boy. Ooh, they're knocking my whole table over almost. That couldn't have gone worse. Even his little thing changed here. Thank you so much for the follow, Bambino. First follow of the day, of the stream anyway. Thank you so much for following. How do you guys feel today? Hi, Rushboard. Sir Smile a lot. And welcome from the other stream. Oi, Jacqueline. Mines. Hi. Hug to your cat. Yeah, he loves a good hug. Well, actually, he doesn't like hugs. He only likes cuddles. Like, it's different to him. It's weird. Yeah. So, how do y'all feel today? Yesterday at like 2 a.m. in the morning, I had a rush of inspiration. Like, I want to do better with my life. Oh, thank you for the
Hi, Anna.
message.
I send virtual cookies.
Oh, thanks. I will not stay long. I follow you on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Undine. Now, I'm French, so don't understand all, but in general, it's okay. Good. I'm glad it's okay. I understand that, like, language barrier. Guys, let's move on. Let's get crack-a-lackin'. That is like a pun I meant to do back when I was still working on the Kraken. I was like, I really want to say let's get crackin' a lot, but then I forgot to say it while I was live. Hey Sky, how you doing today? Welcome. I'm having technical difficulties. I'm great. How about you? I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I'm just getting back to used to normal life again, because I was traveling. Let's blend this thing out. I was traveling before. I did 2 big trips, and I learned a lot about my life in those trips. I'm gonna go ahead and use the ZBrush, guys. think it's like an outdated way of doing this. I'm gonna have to Google a better way soon. Just like throwing a little loop around the eye opening. Nothing too crazy. But it's really hard to do a nice line for me. And then maybe one around the mouth. And I don't know, I just went into those trips with the intention of like learning about life and learning about myself. And Samantha, thank you so much. Obrigada. I'm gonna hit zero measure. And when you do that, it's actually really interesting. Like, you actually do get to learn a lot about yourself when you are removed from your circumstances that bog you down. Like, I feel like normal everyday life really just totally like blindfolds me. Like, no tunnel visions me. Like, I have so much tunnel vision on a normal day. It's just crazy, right? Like, I'm here, I'm trying to reach these big dreams, and I'm like blinded to them and to everything. It's so strange. I don't know how to explain it. Like, you ever get so in the habit of chasing something that you forget what you're even chasing? I'm gonna go ahead and project this. I'm gonna project one level at a time. And then hide the original. Bring it back. Forgetting the little eyeballs. Where are they? There they are. These eyeballs are so important to me. Oh, I think I have to go up one more. For those of you who don't know, what I'm doing right now is I'm projecting details from the Dynameshed version to the ZBrush version. That way I can do subdivisions and still maintain all of the details that I had during the Dynameshed version. So yeah. I had a lot of fun in Washington. Like, it was a totally different lifestyle, and I was surrounded by like models and things like that, and I was like, dang, they inspired me. Like, they really did, you know? I used to model when I was young, and don't mean 3D modeling, I mean like photo modeling and fashion modeling and things like that. And I don't know, just being around them inspired me. Like, it brought me back to a different time, and it was just really nice. It was heartwarming. It was like a different vibe. It was, you know, we did a lot of hiking. We did a lot of nature seeing. I climbed rocks. Didn't even hurt myself. Who would have thought that I would have that in me? And then I'm just gonna kind of smooth out some of the like Dynamesh artifacts, like little squares and stuff that might have come through. And like I don't know how I would fit it into my current life, but that's just the person of the version of me that limits myself, isn't it? But like, I don't know how I'd fit into my life to do modeling, because I haven't even had the guts to do a professional photos done for like my headshots. Professional headshots, what I'm looking for, like LinkedIn kind of profile situation. There's still Cowboy, hi! And all of a sudden I'm like, I want to hang with them, which I already did, I guess, but yeah, go to a photo shoot, do those things. Like, oh, Matthew Hinman, thank you so much for the follow, I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Another thing I learned while I was gone is that I've been working too hard towards something. Hear me out, okay? We all know that like hard work is important and blah blah blah, blah. Hard work hard, alright? And we all know that. But I got into this loop of just working, being really busy, and I was very productive for many months. Shoot, my boys could tell you that. I've taken to calling my team my boys because there's only 2 boys in the team so far. I don't know, I don't want to get like a lawsuit. But and so I was working so much, but I realized that in order to make actual progress, the things that I can't make progress on right now, I'm stuck, right? We all get stuck sometimes. I'm stuck on something. And I realized that that's because I'm doing the wrong work. And that sounds so profound, doesn't it? So hear me out. I'm doing the wrong work because the areas I'm stuck in are areas that I lack courage and that I lack boldness, you know? And to be an entrepreneur, you have to have courage and you have to have boldness. And you might be like, oh, whatever, I'm not an entrepreneur. But like, as a 3D artist, you should be thinking like a business to some degree, right? And so I'm lacking those things and I'm holding myself back. And that is the work I need to do. I don't need to be doing like all this other work of like recording stuff and making the art right now. Like, that is not where I'm stuck on. Where I'm stuck on is the inner work that I haven't done since like January, right? And like, just knowing that is already going to be like such a huge help, because now I know what I need to do, you know? And it's really easy to apply your energy to the wrong thing. In fact, a huge part of my book is about that. Like not all tasks are worth doing, and not all tasks are built the same, you know? And that's something that like I thought I was doing things right, but I'm still stuck, you know? And to the outside world, I might not look stuck, but I am. Also, I was able to actually sit down and really write down like what skills I'm missing. There are some skills that I'm missing that are hurting me right now. And these are skills that I never trained myself in. And it's actually things that like will probably be easier than I think. But you never know. What do you guys think? Tell me in chats what you need to work on next to raise to your next level. Hit your next level. For me, it's the inner work of having more courage to do certain things. Not even a lot either. I don't think it'll be that bad. By the way, I still haven't fixed my bots. Sorry about that, guys. I think I need to be more confident about my work. Tough one, right? Building confidence. I think to some degree you just have to like be delusional for a while. Like, I don't know how else to build confidence except for like faking it until you make it. And then everything just works out sometimes. I'm just adding some spikes to the face randomly. As you can see, I'm just adding a little bit of lines and like detail and stuff to like guide the way I want the skin to look. Or else gonna break symmetry on the neck pretty extremely, I think. It's really hard to break to the next level. It's like the next level of your being. Not enough until you believe it. Yeah. Looks like my aunt. That's one mean looking boy. What does that mean? He just wants to be friends. clean up the lips even more. Bring the face around the lips inwards, that way we get even more of a defined line. And then bring this outwards, also make it more straight because it's a little lumpy right now. There's definitely some merit to faking it until you make it. Who here has ever tried that before? Tell me your stories. Have you ever faked it until you made it? Don't build your house near a pond. He might come take your pizza when you're not looking. His mouth is perfectly shaped for stealing pizza. I wasn't gonna leave his teeth like this cartoony, but like I'm really leaning towards just cleaning it up but leaving it super cartoony. I wasn't gonna do that. I was gonna add brand new teeth. I'm only a little ashamed of my decision. Taking programming at the moment, copy paste champ. And some flow. And breaks the skin. Hey Midnight, how you doing today? Fellow, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it a whole bunch. Funny model. What should I do next week, guys? Anybody has any requests? Just breaking the symmetry in the neck here. Helped yourself. Maybe a little awkward. I think anyway. I got the move brush, make it pointier, and try adding some like lumps. That definitely works. I'm just gonna put it in the layer. Might as well be smart about it. I like adding a few bumps and lumps everywhere. Bye-bye, Mindless. Thank you so much for stopping by. Edu 3D Arts, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. It looks very much like something from Attack on Titans. But hey, popular show with cool designs, so... Like big cats with wings, nice. Any cool, interesting places you visited while at Washington? So I went to... I spent a little bit in Seattle. I went like underground in the main city area. I went to bars and things like that. And I went hiking a lot of places, but I don't know what they're called. And then I went to Canada for the night market, Richmond night market. I went to that. And it was cool. It was too full though. I'm still not used to crowds. I don't do well in crowds. I never did, but like especially since COVID, I'm not a big fan at all. So but it's still fun. I got to eat a bunch of crazy foods. But my credit card wasn't working, so I basically ran out of money while I was there. Should have planned. Planned a little better. And what else? I just went to like a lot of bars and arcades and things like that. It was like really chill. It wasn't like a big tourism day, but I did enjoy Washington very much. It's now on my list of places I want to live at. But I'm gonna go visit it in the winter. Just to see if I like it, because I'm not good with cold weather. And it's cold, as you can tell. Everybody's like, it's not that bad. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty bad for me. I'm already cold. And in my house, normally. Let's see if I've made any good brushes lately that I could use on this. I have made a lot of brushes lately, but I don't know if any will be usable here. Let's find out the hard way. Frozen. Give it a second. I think it only brings in one at a time. I made some even more recently that would be perfect, but I don't know where to put them. Let me see. Any seashell brushes? No, I don't have any seashell brushes. Oh, thank you. I'm your favorite artist. That's so nice of you. How exciting. I'll just make it now then. Hi Jack, how you doing today? Bigger for this stuff. Extra dots. Yeah, maybe change it to spray. Okay, you can see the difference, I don't know. Nice dots. Not to be used too much. Then break up the surface. Like a frog. I believe Seattle has a bit of game studios. I think different parts of Washington definitely do. I just can't tell you exactly which ones are there. But Amazon Game Studios is there. Things like that. Stop recording that layer. Subdivision. I think it needs to light even more. A new layer. Creepy pores. I have to do inverted on the nose. What's your kitty's name? Sparkles. Little boy Sparkles. This is a custom brush you're using? Yeah, it is. It's gonna go on my Gumroad soon. Like, my assistant asked me to put it in like a million years ago and I still haven't. But one day it will be on my Gumroad for like $1. What a perfect name. Yeah. I didn't pick it. You know, Sparkles was a happy little surprise in my life, and he's perfect for me. He's my little cat soulmate. I'm gonna try spray with this one. A little bit of skin vibes. Further skinning it up. The way I'm using the layers is it makes it very flexible for me to, for example, want to take these off, reduce their intensity, things like that. Go ahead and do that. I wish. It's a hydrate, oh lord. I think I sent my other brush that I'm looking for to a mentee. I'm literally gonna open up on the side here the mentorship chats and find it real fast. I'm not sure anymore. Oh yeah, I did send it to a different mentee though, for sure. It's just an alpha, but we can make it work. Brush, I'm gonna do it for the standard brush, and I'm gonna load up that alpha. We let that load in. It's just basically like skin flow. Oh, it's wrong. Nailed it. I can change it by going to the alpha tab here. And then going to modify and rotate. Where's the rotation? Oh yeah, it's right here. Basically just creates like skin wrinkles. I need to turn on the roll though. I'm gonna go to stroke, modifiers, roll, and now we can kind of see it better. It doesn't move. Let's just say it does not tile properly. And let's just say that if I turn down the intensity and make it small, you can't tell. I'm just gonna add a little skin flow to like every wrinkle area. That's like gonna be fun. What's the music? Oh, it's coming back. And I'm just kind of highlighting the form, always following the flow of what's already there. We don't want to have to like reinvent anything. It works really well with borders too, if I make it, of course, less crazy. Creates that flow, tag. I taught how to make this brush, and this one's not done, but I taught how to make all of these brushes in my workshop. If you're interested, the workshop still has spots open, because I opened a bunch of spots and then I didn't do any marketing for it. So if you'd like to, you can go right here in this site and join the workshop, and you'll be able to see all the lessons. You'll be able to gain access to all my brushes, all of my alphas, base meshes, models, and everything else. There's ever like a really strong area that has the seams visible, I'll just take it off with the morph brush. Brush is definitely multi-purpose, though it's not perfect. The one that I actually made and shared with the mentees, I just don't know where it is. I have to use this unfinished one. I don't plan on subscribing to the database, but I start earning a fair bit. I can't afford the workshop. Oh, sorry. But thanks. I'm excited that you'll join the database anyway. I really like this brush. It's not perfect, but hey, it gets the job done for sure. What do you guys think? Like, it's not done, it's got the seams, but once it's done, it's gonna be fun. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna grab the standard and maybe put on like one of these like more stripy alphas. By design, can't wait to see the final version. Very strong chance that you'll see the final version today. Trying to finish it soon, you know? And take a quick photo of this post that we're still live on Instagram. And get like a dehydration headache. I didn't drink this whole time. Update the paint job a little bit. I'm happy with the skin enough, I think. Unless maybe I want to use this particular one here, make it bigger, and then like really go to town. I'm like, no. Sounds together. I'm gonna go ahead and update the paint job, maybe in a new layer. Sometimes this doesn't work out super well, but I'm gonna go ahead and adjust colors first. I'm gonna try to bring in some of that blue that Wikipedia was talking about. That didn't work. Maybe it's too high poly and it's like, okay, not doing so hot. Maybe it's oh, the layers always get in the way. That way, I'll just kind of bake all the layers. Now let's try. A little bit of blue. Turned completely blue. Motivating me to get on my sculpts right now. Back face masking and radial symmetry. Here I come. Gonna divide up the hair now. So I'm going to divide up the hair first without smoothing on, just because I don't want it to lose its more kelpie shape. There was a brush I used to like for like messing up hair. It was one of the Groom brushes. Groom Turbulence? I think it was. It just doesn't work in this case. I'm just gonna keep it simple. A little demi standard. Flattening out some areas. Carving out some areas. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not supposed to be hair. It's supposed to be kelp hair. We're gonna make that work. I can add some knots, like literal like kelp knots. I always like reading that you guys are motivated to get on your sculpting. That is fun for me because part of the goal. I'd like to be able to help make an impact in some way. This is spiral brush. I'm going to change the spiral brush to be topological. I'm gonna go here to auto masking, topological, and now it should only spiral one kelp at a time. And add a little wiggle, you know, doesn't hurt. Especially towards the bottom. I don't want them to be too straight. I'm glad you think so. So glad you think my monster's scary. I'm gonna try the turbulence again, but like at a super low intensity. What are good brushes to like create some texture in the hair without that way. You can also make this into topological. All that means is that it only affects one group or object. Let me start getting Unreal open. Oh, these elements. And your hair looks so cool. The model's hair is not bad as well. Thanks. I'm gonna change my hair back to gray, though. But I don't know. I don't like it. It doesn't feel like me. It doesn't feel like me on camera. Okay. What was I gonna do? Yes, I was gonna open Unreal. So Epic's game launcher. Here we go. Make sure to stretch whenever possible, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the spooky renders project I already have going, the one with the long horse. And we'll just swap this person in some water. Call it a day. So what we need to do in order to... We have 1 hour left in the stream. If I don't die from dehydration. So what we need to do is we need to wrap up the hair, get all of the parts UV'd, and turn all the poly paints into texture. Okay. Update, yeah. First we're gonna do the body, so I'm gonna go to the lowest subdivision, and I'm going to save as well. This the one good advice I can give you today. Just save before you do these kinds of things. And then, how much are you using ZBrush? I don't understand. How much am I using? Like every day? Not a lot. The only times I use ZBrush is when you guys see me like teaching or when I'm teaching somewhere else. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off symmetry and unwrap. Yay, Pathfinder done. Good username. By the way, guys, I made a looks like that's already unwrapped. I made a video on YouTube about how to get a great portfolio. It was actually from my workshop, but we turned it into a public video. If you want to go check that out, make sure to go to my YouTube. So now we just need the eyes. Gotta get those eyeballs. Peter? Oh, the teeth. Hope for the best. Pretty high. Oh, not so bad. So then we go to the highest. Oh, so then we finish painting actually, and then once we're done, we'll turn that paint into texture. So for the kelp hair, I'm thinking darker roots might be good. Okay. And then maybe like more green in the middle. C to copy the color, and then darken it. That's so not the right brush for this. Are you planning on doing another portfolio review session anytime soon? I find them very informative. I do those whenever I hit follow goals here on Twitch, and actually we're seeing pretty close actually to the next one. So we're missing 65 followers. Once they hit, I will announce the next one, which normally is, unless we're in the middle of like a challenge or something, normally the portfolio review takes place at the next stream after we hit the goal. Turn on like sort of alpha. Billie Eilish hair. Chama por algum animal e planta pré-história, outras as eras, que não fossem dinossauros, como cheio de dentes de cabra. Sim, eu fiz um Gorgonops e um daqueles, eu esqueci o nome agora. Eu tenho uma concha antigaça. Man, is Unreal even opening? Makes sense. Fine. I don't even know if it'll open. I mean, how long ago was that I started opening it? That was a while ago, huh? But it keeps like stealing my mouse. Oh, there it is. Here I am. That's why it's stealing my mouse, because it's opening. What I'm gonna do next is I'm going to complexify the paint job on the main body. Okay, I'm gonna use like a color. I'm gonna choose the pink color and I'm gonna make it more dark and then move it like towards like the brown, not brown, the blue, like that. And then I'm gonna use multiple different types of masking to try to get a little bit of an effect. So I'm gonna go first for masking, mask by EO. This one takes a while normally. Hi Pixel Thrift, how you doing? Every time I see myself in the camera, I'm like, oh my god. So I got some Botox, and it was a little different than last time, and it made my eyebrows like pointier to look. Now I'm like, oh my god, I look evil. I look absolutely evil. Plotting my next moves. The Unreal project is open. I will start closing some stuff down, otherwise we're gonna have a bad time. Didn't realize I also had Maya and a bunch of other stuff. De zoologia, sim, eu faço isso toda hora. Inclusive eu tenho uma série no TikTok desse. Okay. Did it work? Or did I, by clicking off, mess it up? I did. Damn it. Looks like he got absolutely smacked with like a pie in a cartoon. Okay, let's just do cavity then. Keep it simple. And then freehand, maybe. That did not work. I do it wrong. A little bit of blue in some strategic places will work pretty well. If you Control H, it hides the mask you're currently, but you don't see it, but it still applies the mask, which is really nice. Flirt. Bye bye! Você organiza por temática? Como assim? Minhas séries no TikTok? Quase todas são só de cryptos, mas tem também de vários outros tipos. Okay, now I'm gonna go to texture map, and I'm gonna go create from polypaint. For each one of the parts, eyes, and teeth. And while Unreal is still getting warmed up, I'm going to go ahead and hide the sphere, the cylinder I mean, and we're just going to export this out to Unreal, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Z plugin, FBX, import, export, visible, embed maps, definitely. And I'm going to go ahead and export this to its own folder. It might take a little while, but we got time, it's fine. Just vibing. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a new folder. My computer can do anything, but it can't make new folders. You know that? It's really annoying, actually. This is the Draugr. Thank you so much, Luis. Potatoes and and thank you for the sub. Wait. Yeah, for the follow and the sub. Thank you. Organizar as modelos em algum repositório por temática. Ah, sim. Não. eu organizo por projeto ou speed sculpt. It's exporting, so let's go ahead and get my Unreal map open. I don't remember what it's called, guys. Guys, we're in trouble, guys. So I think it's demo day, but if I open the wrong one, I will be in trouble. Literally just took like a default, like a map that came with a pack and whatever it was already called, and I was just like, oh, this is perfect. I think it's demo day. I specifically remember it saying day in it, so that was the only one that matches, right? So good. I came from your YouTube links. Nice. How you doing? I'm glad the YouTube links work. Since we're kind of waiting for the map to open and we're waiting for my model to export, I might as well talk about some other stuff. Like, if you're enjoying this stream, make sure to follow me on social media. The links for my Twitter, Instagram, ArtStation, and TikTok are in chat. It's the best way to get a hold of me, keep up to date with my schedule, announcements, free content, and things like that. What GPU do you have? I have a 3090 from NVIDIA. And let's see what else. I got a YouTube channel where you can go see the portfolio video I just recently uploaded, or my other tutorials. I also have a wonderful, brilliant, nice Discord server that I love, full of amazing 3D artists, just really nice people to hang with. So make sure to join. You can show off your work, you can get feedback, you can meet new friends, new contacts in the industry. There's all sorts of people on there. Alright. Okay, this is the right thing. Last but not least, I have my Gumroad where you can download free brushes and join the waitlist for my one-on-one mentorship. There will be one spot that opens this month, as far as I know. Got my Facebook open somewhere, doing little noises. Makes sense, because I always open Facebook for, ZBrush Live. I asked you there for one-on-one course and you answered me. I'm the sad guy? Which sad guy? You'd be surprised how many sad guys there are in my DMs. Okay, let's see if the model... Ugh, still no. Wait for program to respond. While we do that, I might as well show you guys my game. If this is the right level. I think. Yeah, it has a flashlight, so it must be. So, there's like multiple, like it's not a real game, it's like just for a fun video for TikTok. but it's in one of its settings where like the flashlight has very specific settings because otherwise the long horse doesn't look good. Um, but the forest doesn't look good. Like it, like I never had time to update. So like, basically imagine this: like the forest doesn't look good in a certain light, but the horse doesn't look good in that same light. So I have to like do two. Anyway, so this is kind of fun. We made a little TikTok video. I'll show it to you. I just posted it on Instagram. Might as well play it since we're waiting. That's that is the video that came out of this project. Hopefully I get to make another one now that this is being exported slowly. Probably shouldn't have exported it at the highest poly. I said on YouTube that it's not available on one course, and sad. Oh yeah, it's super sad. I know. It's just that there's too many people already in the course and I had to wait for them to leave before I can let new people out. It's just the way the new people in. I guess it's a good thing that nobody's leaving though, because that means they like it. I've had the same people for months. Some people will do like months with me, some people will do years. um, and it's just really nice, like building a real relationship, Here, I'll post the ArtStation link again. Thanks for your tutorials. You're welcome, Fritz. Today's tutorial is on how to freeze ZBrush as you're exporting extremely large high definition prop. Might as well get a little environment open for this guy. Something's wrong with the light. Like the light was wasn't this dark. I wonder if there's any water in here. Yay! There's even a swamp water already made? Dang. Do you have tutorials for hard surfaces? No. I have like very few tutorials. I haven't had much time to make them lately, and I will be making more tutorials as we go along. There eventually will be a tutorial on everything. Everything. Long horse. You're a cute baby. Well, I don't know if the stream will survive this. But yeah, I plan on making a tutorial about everything game related that I know or will learn in the future. Game industry and 3D art related, but it's just a matter of it's just a matter of time, right? I am only one person, and that's another thing that frustrates me. That one, I can't know everything, and two, I can't do everything. But I do need to I want to do all that, and then I want to do it again, but in Portuguese. So I do everything twice. I think maybe Unreal is actually getting in the way of play. Yay! Oh. It's making progress. It's no longer frozen. So what are you guys up to? What have you learned lately that's interesting? Be it about your career, your skills, your life, the universe itself. I think a lot about the universe itself. A lot. Hey, there we go. So that should mean that we have now a file that has the embedded maps that we need, so we can just import it straight in here. I think I have a special folder, characters. I need a new folder. Draugr. And that, import. We'll find that file. I started drawing again after 2 to 3 years. Nice. Yeah, I took a long break once. It's okay to take breaks. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let it build nanite. And we're gonna make sure that it does bring in textures. Okay, we'll let it bring in new materials. I normally don't like letting it automatically make new materials because they really irritate me, and normally I do a master material workflow. I want to learn more about how to use Dynamesh thing without having an edgy topology. What do you mean the edgy topology? That's not good. You mean like seeing the quads like this? Like that? Oh guys, I forgot to tell you, like I said it on Instagram, but like I made a YouTube partner. That was super awesome. Now I get to make multiple cents from my YouTube videos. I don't even know how much actually, like I think like 0.0000000. I hear that 1,000 views gets you like $0.001, which is not good at all. Not good at all. I wonder if I can see. I made $1, guys. I made my first $1. Let me show you this. It's a big day for me. I made $1, 34 cents. Oh, and you know, it sounds bad, but like certain amounts of money that you make feel better than others. You know, like if I find $1.34 in the street, I'll be like, ah, whatever, $1.34, you know. But since it's my first YouTube $1, like that's really exciting. My first $1. My whole YouTube thing is like, you know, I'm very thankful for how it has moved forward, but I just don't feel like I've put in the effort yet, you know, that I want to put in. Like one of my 2022 goals for my company, like I have this like page that has all of our goals for me and my assistant and my editor, right? And we want all these things, and one of my goals for like first quarter was to achieve posting once a week on YouTube. Let's just say that has not happened, not even close. In Humbersville, you can buy a house with that amount. I would. If I could, man, I would move back. I would move back with my $1.34. Let's have a Coke drink. You want me to spend my $1? It's my $1. I'm never gonna spend it. Can't make me. I'm gonna Mr. Krabs it for sure. Mr. Krabs it for sure, guys. $1. That is so much more than I expected. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was expecting 0.01 or even worse, 0.001. YouTube videos can be a ton of work. Boy, tell me about it. Especially, like, I was really shy at the beginning when I started making them. I wasn't doing so well with, like, the whole recording thing. You know, and, like, having to talk on camera. But recently I made a breakthrough. And I think now I'm getting more more comfortable. Huge step, congrats. Let it compound, it'll become $1 million one day. Yeah. Like 2,500. I'll still be alive, of course. Just waiting. Alive and waiting. Ready to exact revenge. On... doesn't matter who. Somebody must have gotten me wrong at some point during those 500 years. Yeah, how exciting, I'm excited. Thanks guys for being here for this moment with me. That was super neat. Super, I don't even know where it came from. Like, where did it come from? Where did that money come? Somebody tell. I don't know, it doesn't say. Oh, top earning content. It does say, fast sculpting of the hair earned me 38 cents. So basically only my tutorials really get anything. It came from me, I just binge watched all your YouTube videos. Thank you, I appreciate it. You are doing fine. That is another thing that, like, I literally came back from Brazil and, like, then I did it again for Washington. I sat down and I was like, what did I learn during this trip? What did I learn new? And one of the things that I learned was that, like, I'm in too much of a rush all the time. I want to do everything. I want to learn everything. I want to teach everything. I want to achieve everything. I want to be like a multi-platform creator. I want to host more shows. I want to do all these things. I want to shoot. The hardest part is, like, I want to have cool hair. It's difficult. And all these things, right? And while I was in Brazil, to put it shortly, I was out all night and then rolled out of the streets at like 12 in the afternoon, and my parents, who I was staying with, decided that it would be a really good idea to go to Catholic Mass. And then while I was there, I was just like, oh my god, like, I was way too open to new ideas, and the priest was so right. He was like, you know, there's no point in living for your career or money, because one day, you never know what day it is, but one day you're gonna die and leave it all behind. And he's like, that's not the way you want to live. Would you want to have money? Money is important in this life, but, you know, it's all about spending it well, you know, going on trips, having experiences, helping others. And that kind of, like, compounded with something that I spent all night thinking about, like, which is, like, I am in too much of a rush all the time. So here's what I do. You guys tell me in chat if you relate to this, okay? Because nobody in my real life does this, but I know that I can't be the only one. So please tell me if you relate to this. Like, I'll set a new goal for myself, right? At 9 p.m. I'll be like, I think I really want to do this thing. And then at 9:01 p.m., I'm like, ugh, I'm so disappointed in myself that I don't already have this goal achieved. Who here has ever been like that? Tell me if you have. Please tell me I'm not the only one. It's Unreal. Sometimes Unreal will get stuck processing something because it's got like a question, like a question box or something, like, hey, you want to do this? Okay, you know. But today it's just plain stuck. Relate. I love Shamo Draugr. I created about that watches your content 24/7. Well, I don't know if that's true, but if it was, I would certainly thank you. Relate, I am the same. I'm always judging myself so much, right? Like, I can't believe I didn't already do this. I'm such a horrible person. I don't deserve anything. Like, that's, man, my brain is a drama queen now that I think of it. Over the years, I learned to deal with it. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Every time I get rid of a problem, like, I just notice another problem. And, and it's just so not right? Because, like, you need to build things little by little. You need to really know that it's like brick by brick. Your career is brick by brick. Fitness, shoot, even mending your relationship with people is brick by brick, you know? And I set all these lofty goals, and of course I didn't achieve them yet because I just set them. They take time, you know? And that was probably one of the biggest takeaways from my Brazil trip, that it takes time, and it's okay. Not quite that, but I'm like, I want to do this today, and I'll try to do it and spend all day on it and not have it done, and I'm like, why is it not done? So we challenge ourselves all day. As designers, we run into issues on purpose. We try to solve other people's wishes. We run into challenge ourselves all day. I try and remind myself to enjoy the journey of learning. You can't really force it. It's so annoying that you can't. Fellow, thank you so much. Oh wait, that's the wrong person. Love our endis. Thank you so much for the follow. Yeah. So that's something that I've been working through. I'm always trying to work on something at least. 39%. Hey, we got life. We got signs of life, peoples. Ah, so that's later, come on. Bem? Como é que você está hoje? Yeah. Impatience, man. I'm not the only one who has it. You guys saw my Twitter thread from a few days ago? And by the way, I use your hair tutorial. It's amazing, so practical. Nice for scientists, I'm glad. Where was I? Impatience. So, you guys saw my Twitter thread? Basically, what happened was, one of my mentees, right at the end of our meeting, right, like, asked, like, if it was taking too long for him to be a character artist, or 3D artist in general, and if there was any hope left, you know, and that's not good. It's a very hopeless moment in somebody's life, you know, and I understand it happens. We're all unsure and a little bit impatient, okay? Especially if you're alone and you don't have good examples necessarily. Like you might think like, hey, people get jobs in this like in 6 months. Why it might take me longer than that? But that's not the case. Like, I put up together a Twitter thread asking people how long it took them to get their break into the industry, and it was pretty crazy. A lot of big numbers. Esse boneco é um dancing. Draugr. E é um homem. Mas parece mulher. I'm spending a lot of time at the moment working on my portfolio, but honestly, something that I learned in the process is that sometimes the best thing you can do for your portfolio is to stop working on it. It gives yourself time to recharge and lets your eyes see all the things they couldn't before. It's annoying that I have to take a break though. Yeah. Veganor! It's good to see you as well. How you doing? Alright, you can tell by the freezing that Unreal's doing stuff. Tudo ótimo, muito bom ver uma mulher nesse ramo de modelagem. Sou muito iniciante ainda. Somos vários. Mas é bom sim. What other software do you use, Anna? For 3D, I mainly use Cinema 4D. And last year as well, Character Creator. I'm working on combining all, so I use a lot. I do the game and VR development and modeling and stuff. So ZBrush, obviously. I use Maya and Modo. I use Substance Painter for texturing. I use Toboggan sometimes for retopping, but not so much lately. Sometimes Marvelous Designer for clothes. Sometimes a lot of Unreal.